Good afternoon, good morning. Let's talk about Taurus. Yes. It's the weekend. I didn't do this video yesterday, so let's do it today. And it's going to be about Taurus. Hi Taurus, one of my favorite signs. Just joking. I don't have a favorite because everybody is different. And just because your sun sign is one thing, you could have a lot of elements of something else. But Taurus is a great sign. It's one that I have in my life. And just general compatibility is air signs with fire signs, and then water signs with earth signs, and then air with air, water, fire with fire, earth with earth. That's just general compatibility. So Taurus is an earth sign, and it's actually the first of the earth signs. But if you're starting with Capricorn, in that order, it would be the second. But in the real order of the zodiac, it's the first of the earth signs. And the lovely, the wonderful, the beautiful, the uncompromising Taurus, the bull. So because it's an earth sign, I know my sign being a water sign, I have a lot in common with the Taurus, and we seem to complement each other's energies. A lot of friends in my life and significant others have been either Taurus or Leo. Taurus more so. They have very long relationships and they have staying power. Taurus is a sign that really believes in home and family. Those are some of the most important things to them. Taurus is a sign who loves beauty, loves beautiful things, loves comfortable living, likes to make money. They aren't spendthrift with their money, and they aren't cheap. Calling a Taurus cheap would be the wrong word for a Taurus, because a Taurus isn't cheap. A Taurus is just a budgeter. They are going to spend their money wisely. Type of people to pay their bills on time and live within their means. Even though they like nice things and they like beautiful things, typically a Taurus is going to be more sensible when it comes to money and spending habits. Taurus, they love beauty because they are ruled by the sign Venus. By the planet. Venus is their ruling planet. So, of course, it makes a lot of sense that Taurus people are beautiful and they like beautiful things. I find Taurus men attractive. I find Taurus men very attractive. Taurus women are beautiful as well. Every sign has people who are attractive and who are beautiful. But with that planet of Venus ruling Taurus, they're just a beautiful sign. Taurus can be very, very stubborn. A Taurus, you really can't change their mind. They'll change their mind when they're ready to change their mind. When something, even if you know some information, you can almost show it to Taurus as like facts. And a Taurus, even if they say, okay, yeah, I believe you, they don't really change their mind until they change their mind. They're very, very stubborn. In relationships, Taurus will put you through tests. Taurus is going to take it very, 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 very slow to make sure you're the right person for them, to make sure that you are deserving and willing of their loyalty, because Taurus is a loyal sign. Now, that doesn't mean that they wouldn't cheat or something like that, because that can happen to anybody of any sign depending on your relationship and what's going on. But Taurus is a very loyal sign. They're going to take care of home. Even if they're cheating, they're coming home every night and they're going to pay those bills, take care of their kids, and take care of their family. As a matter of fact, offhand, I think Taurus is a feminine sign. So you may notice that the men take a very forefront role in the home. You will even find Taurus men that are cleaners. They'll clean, they'll cook, they'll do the dishes. That's a Taurus. You have some male signs that are like, no, I'm not doing any of that stuff. That's like a woman's thing. That's the woman's job. And even though Taurus does think like that, they are so I don't know how to say it, but I don't want to call them controlling, but they do like to control situations. So even though they may look at things like and say, okay, well, that cleaning and that cooking is a woman's job, a Taurus is like, but it has to get done now, and it has to get done the way I like it to be done. So that's why the Taurus will take that initiative if the other person in the home isn't. If you're a woman, if you have a guy like that and you're a woman and you take the initiative and you do things, that's going to be good. But the Taurus, sorry, I have a low battery warning. But the Taurus is going to like things the way they like them. The males are traditional males. They like male and women roles. Males like males to be the males, and they like the females to be the females. And they do like traditional roles. So they do like a lady to be a lady. Soft, dainty, not too hard, not too aggressive. They like women who are going to cook and do the household chores, whether you work an 8-hour job or not. They're still going to want you to kind of do those things. A Taurus is very sensual. There are some signs where, you know, in lovemaking experiences or in sexual encounters, they can be a little rough and disconnected from the spiritual aspect of a sexual encounter. But a Taurus is very sensual to the touch, to the feel. They aren't really rough. They aren't rough. And they, you know, they know how to sort of take their time with lovemaking. It's a sensual thing. It's not a rough, just wham, bam, banging out kind of thing. A Taurus has a certain sensuality being ruled by that planet of Venus. Taurus, stubborn. Again, the bull is their sign. So Taurus is a stubborn sign. It will take them years to get over something. They don't always communicate. Tauruses aren't the best communicators. I find that they hold a lot in. They almost have a persona of being sneaky, but I don't necessarily think it's sneaky. I just think they don't always know how to express themselves. Again, this is general, so this is not going to be hang-ups of every Taurus and every Taurus's problem, but that's just one of the things. Taurus, they aren't necessarily a homebody. They love home. Home is their first priority. Yes, that's true. But a Taurus, it can be social. They really do. They're not the person that has to be in a club or has to go out all the time, but they do like to be in certain social circles, you know, and just have that camaraderie with friends and meet people out in the public. So Tauruses can do social kind of jobs, service-oriented jobs where they come in contact with a lot of different people because they like to have just that contact with the world and meeting different people and doing different things. Tauruses, I think they really strive that. They're workhorses. That's what I wanted to say about the Taurus. We talked about Capricorn, how Capricorn is going to climb the ladder. They're going to do what they have to do to get to the top of their career field or to make the necessary income to sustain them and keep them comfortable. Taurus is going to do the same, but Taurus will really put in the hard work. Like Taurus, I think of Taurus more as like a blue-collar worker and Capricorn more as a white-collar worker. Capricorn, that's the other earth sign. So they're a fellow earth sign with Taurus. Capricorn wants sort of the prestige and the money and the clout and the class, the societal classism that kind of comes with money. That's not Taurus. Taurus is going to do the hard work. Taurus is going to work their way from the bottom to the top. They aren't just going to always go to school just to get to the top of their field. Taurus will put in the hard, laborish work, and they will do it 7 days a week, especially if it's going towards building something for them or their own business. That's what a Taurus will do. A Taurus is the workhorse of the zodiac. A Taurus is going to do that work every day. And I think they function really well when they build something for themselves or when they work on their own businesses and they have something for themselves. That really suits a Taurus because a Taurus is very headstrong and very stubborn. So they don't necessarily need a boss yelling over top of them and trying to micromanage them. I feel like a Taurus functions very well when they're running their own show. If you're in a relationship with a Taurus, and I would say this goes both ways, just they like for you to keep things. If you're a lady, they like for you to be a lady, look nice, look beautiful, skirts, dresses, showing some shoulders, showing some skin. Taurus is like that kind of thing. I have female Taurus friends, but I'm more familiar with the Taurus male from a relationship kind of standpoint. I've had a lot of Taurus girlfriends. Something about me and Taurus is we always get along really good at first, but with the Cancer and the Taurus, at some point along the lines, we're going to butt heads and have arguments. I mean, that Cancer is very, I don't want to say controlling, but we are very like headstrong, and so is a Taurus, and the Taurus can be stubborn. I feel like Cancer is a little bit more compromising. So if you get into an argument with the Taurus or something like that, they're willing to work it out. A Taurus can, you know, they can say, okay, well, let's work this out. So, but I'm the type that usually get into an argument with the Taurus and they just piss me off so bad. I'm like, I don't even want to work it out. Like, I don't even want to talk to you anymore. But I wouldn't suggest to handle a Taurus like that because they are good people. I feel like they have really good hearts. So, you know, give the Taurus another chance. Work the issues out with the Taurus. That's kind of how me and the female relationships end up. We'll be like really good friends. But then a Taurus, to me, can kind of expect things of you not always make it clear, and then maybe not always be there for you in certain ways that you need them. Like, they are that rock, they are that earth. But sometimes when you need that physical support, that physical presence, Taurus can get a little caught up in what they have going on. But then they'll turn around and demand something in you, and you're like, but wait, you know, hold up. And then they get really sensitive or upset if you aren't there for them in whatever way they need you to be. So just keep that in mind with the Taurus. Taurus, great people. They can have a temper as well. Let me say that. Tauruses can have a temper if you piss them off. It's not a quick tempered thing. It's not a quick thing. I don't think Tauruses are the first to react or the first to jump. Kind of like a Gemini. Like a Gemini is just ready to fight. Like a Gemini is ready to fight you, and you ain't got to go back and forth and argue and all of that, even though a Gemini will argue with you, but they'll be ready to fight. A Taurus has a long, they kind of have a build up, and then when you get them to a certain point, you know, you just want to watch out, because that's the bull. They will ram you straight ahead, head forward, and really hurt you. You know what I mean? Because they have this nice Venus influenced energy about them, but when you piss them off, you don't want to mess with the bull. And you don't want to get hurt by the bull. Those are things to keep in mind about signs that don't pop off quick. It's stored energy. So those are signs you really just don't want to take to that point, because when they don't pop off all the time and they hold it inside, it could be, you know, it could be serious when they do get upset or when they do get into a fighting mode. And the Taurus can be pushed to that point, and they can have a bad temper. Examples, Chris Brown, he's a Taurus. You know, it seems like a super nice guy, but then you hear all these spaz out episodes about him. That's Taurus for you. Super nice people, sweet. People like them. People like Taurus. They're attracted to Taurus. But watch out for those spaz out episodes, because it will and it will happen if you rub a Taurus the wrong way. That's my short vid about Tauruses. Hope I helped you learn something about somebody. If you have any questions, need me to cover any sign or cover any topic specific to a certain sign or signs, email me at prpple@gmail.com. Have a great Saturday. Deuces.